Hello friends and welcome back to tuteslearn.com. This is Virender and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to use print function and the echo function. So this was what we had created last time, our very basic first program, and in this program you can see that we had used a function of PHP named echo, and what it does, it actually outputs what you write here in our rendered result in our web page. So this was our result last time, so that you can see that what echo does in a similar way. If you write anything else like echo what's up, whatever was up, and terminate it and save it and hit F5, then you can see it works perfectly fine. So that what echo does. Also you can embed it HTML codes in between these PHP tags, or you can say, okay, let me do that. If you write this h1 and type in here h1 and save it and refresh it, so you can see now the hello world is of heading 1 now. And so what I'm trying to say here is that you can use HTML tags within these PHP codes, and also you can use the PHP codes in between the HTML tag also. So you can use it's like that you are using PHP in between HTML codes and HTML in between PHP codes. So that was something. And let me take a BR tag here so that it would be in the next line. Okay, there. Now let me tell you that there is another function which is named print, and it almost works like echo. So let me type almost like echo and terminate it, and let me take an br here too so that it would be next line in. Okay, there. So as you can see, the print functions is working almost like echo. So what's the difference? Well, there are just a bit of difference between the echo and the print. Well, the first difference is that the echo doesn't have any return value, whereas the print has a return value of 1. And what's a return value? Well, you guys should leave it for the future tutorials, and I will be demonstrating that later in later videos. So for now, and the second difference in between echo and print is that the echo takes multiple arguments, whereas the print can support only up to one argument. And by that, what do I mean is, let me delete this and type here what's up my and friend friend there. So did we I had taken was up my friend, that is a three arguments in my echo file, or in my echo function. And if I save it and let me put an br here, save it and go and hit F5, you can see was up my friends. And so this echo is basically supporting three arguments, that's more than one. And in the case of print, if I do the same, for example, if I type this and clicking here almost like echo but, and if I save this, you can see it's almost indicating that it's an error. So let's check it out, and it says, oh, please parse error, syntax error. And what's the error is this unexpected comma. And why it is unexpected? This is unexpected because it takes only and supports only one value. One argument value can be put it at most in print function, whereas the echo function supports up to three values. And echo is also relatively a bit faster than the print functions. That's why echo is more preferable than print one. So that's why I will be using echo in my later tutorials, and you should too. Okay, so that's it for the video, and before I close it, let me tell you about something called variables. What is a variable? I will tell you in the next video, but for now let's assume that x is a variable, and I will write here my name is, and I will take another $y variable and take it Virender there. So let's terminate the conditions or statements, whatever. And now I can also type echo $x. What does that mean? This means that now I can use echo with an variable, and this is a variable. There are two variables I created, x named x and y, and in the first variable value is my name is, and the second variable holds the value of Virender. So if I save it and alt tab F5, so my name is, so this is what I wanted to print. And in a similar way I can use more than one variable. I just had to press $x and $y there. But okay, so now let's save it. Alt tab F5. Oh, there's an error. And why is the error? Unexpected $y. And why it's this $y is unexpected? Because we are using here two variables and we haven't used the double quotes in echo, so I had to put it here. And now if I save it and go, so it says my name is Virender. So whenever you're using more than two or three variables, put double quotes here. Also you can use is somewhat called parenthesis in here, and it works perfectly fine. Let me change it to, for example, my name is Ram. Save it, alt tab F5. So my name is Ram. It's working perfectly fine. In the same way you can use the print function. Print, save it, refresh. So look, nothing changes because print is working perfectly fine in this. So print can take here two variables value, and you can, it's a choice that you put your values in between parentheses or not, but print can't support more than one argument. That is the thing which is under these double quotes. This should be only one. So okay, I think that's it for the video, and in the next video I'll be covering something interesting. Okay, so that's it. Thank you and have a nice